Welcome to another video. On this video I'm going to show you how to opt out of automated assets, and this is a different one that you'll see when you see things like auto recommendations and auto ad generations, like ad headlines and ad descriptions, because this is a bit sneaky because these are automatically on at account level, and Google automatically turn these on when you create a Google account. So it's vitally important to double check these. My recommendation is to turn them all off unless you feel comfortable in Google automating some of these assets. So this is only a 2-minute process, so I'll just show you now on how to turn off these assets. The first step is obviously log into a Google Ads account, and on the left hand side you'll see a tab called Assets. If you hit the arrow down button and then select Assets, and here you'll see a list of assets along the top. So you can pick any of these. For example, you can choose location, or you can choose structured snippets, or you can choose business logo, for example. So you want to click more. And this is where it gets interesting. So you click on this and you go to account level automated assets. And when you're looking here, you think, I've got no automated assets on. I'm fine, I don't need to do anything. But you need to click on more again in the top right hand side, and this opens up advanced settings. So click on that, and what you'll find is that you'll see all these switched on. So Google automatically has these switched on. You want to go through these and switch them off. So you got dynamic sitelinks, and what dynamic sitelinks are sitelinks to help people click to the most relevant page on your website. So you can have these on. It says recommended, but I've switched these off. Dynamic callouts. Dynamic callouts can motivate customers by adding additional text to your ads. So again, I've switched these off. You can have these on, but at this moment in time I've switched these off because you can add these in yourself when you create an ad, so you know what you're putting in is correct, and you can then be 100% safe it matches your ad. But I recommend you taking them off, and then maybe later on down the line you could do a split test to see how they compare to your own dynamic callouts, for example. But again, you have dynamic structure snippets. Dynamic structure snippets show additional details about your sites, helping people learn more about what you have to offer. Site sellers, again, I've switched these off. If I was going to choose one automated asset to have on, I would choose seller ratings, because obviously if you've got good ratings, why not have this on and show these on your ads? Longer headlines give your ad more visual prominence and typically results in more clicks. You can have these on, but again, I've switched these off. Automated apps. I don't have an app, so I can have these switched off. Automated locations. So automated locations can help people find your locations by showing your address map location on your Google Ads. I've switched these off because, especially if you're not a local store, you probably want these switched off. Again, another one which is a bit funny, dynamic business names. Do you want Google to crawl your website dynamically and create a business name for you? Probably not. You might as well enter your own business name, because you can be sure that is the correct business name. You don't want Google crawling your site and getting mixed up potentially and having the wrong business address on your ads. So again, I've switched these off. And dynamic business logos, again, Google will crawl your website and create a dynamic business logo for you. Again, I've switched these off. What you can do when you switch these off, you can still manually add these in when you create an ad. So you can have these added in manually, but I recommend turning them off for now unless you're 100% confident Google is getting this information correct.